have been absolutely magnificent in this year's Indian T20 League. Quinton de Kock, 78 of 44 deliveries. And of course, Hardik Pandya, how good was he? 21 of 11 deliveries, helping Mumbai to win their fifth consecutive win. And who knows, it also becomes into title in the days to come. And I have been joining with Yuvraj Dua, of course. Yuvraj, but in hindsight, if we look at one or two, what do you think?
Batting was a real problem for them. They're not finding their feet while batting. Uh, you require at least a few batsmen to be consistent. That's not happening for them. The matches they've won, that has been very rare performances from some players. Nitish Rana with only one innings of 58, that too in Sharjah. Owen Morgan has not been firing for them. He's not been in the greatest of forms. Rahul Tripathi, you keep moving him up and down the order. One problem is batting order. It has always been their problem from the start of this tournament, and it's persisting. And the batsmen are not consistent. Shubman Gill, I think he's been trying hard. It looks like he's been trying hard. He also tried hard to clear the boundary, but he's just not that kind of batsman that can clear the boundary at will. So you have to play around him. That's what the other players are not doing, and it's a real sign of worry. I think real sign of worry.
Absolutely a real sign of worry. And let me just give you some statistics, Yuvraj. Shubman Gill has scored 275 runs in this tournament thus far in the 8 innings. His performance still looks okay to me. But the next four, Nitish Rana has scored just 155 runs in 8 innings at an average of 19.37. Now, what I'm trying to tell here is he is somebody who bats at number three. I think we were also discussing that in mid innings. He has just scored 155 runs. By any means, you tell me if he deserves a place in playing 11.
First of all, at number three, you can't have an average like that. 19 average at number three, it's a real sign of worry again. And it's been too many matches now. You can't just keep playing him because of one good innings that he's played, or historically, how has he been as a player. So, ideally, I think you should replace him with someone. What do you suggest? Who should be the replacement in this case? Do you have anyone in mind?
I think Siddesh Lad can be tried. That's for sure. He is also somebody who got a chance, and he was performing really well for the domestic side, of course. So I think replacing Nitish Rana in the playing 11, it can do little wonders. And at the same time, of course, if I actually remove his performance of that 55 that came in Sharjah, then he has scored just 100 runs in 7 innings, and that's not good at all if you are a just batsman in the side. Then comes Pat Cummins in my list, Yuvraj, because there is a lot of things to actually talk about today. Pat Cummins, 126 runs in 7 innings. Now, if I keep aside today's performance, things are again same for Pat Cummins. So that's similar. Then if I talk about Dinesh Karthik has scored 112 runs in 8 innings at an average of 14, and his strike rate is worse, 128.73. So, and even today, the catch he took of Rohit Sharma, it almost fell down. So he is absolutely not doing anything.
He looks out of sorts, to be honest. It just seems like T20 might not be his format. Dinesh Karthik, that's what it's looking like at the moment. And he's not. He was guiding Kolkata well. He was doing as a captain, but now his place in the side also becomes vulnerable because he's not performing. Of course, it might seem like that they wouldn't take him out of the side so early, but I think they should be looking at Dinesh Karthik to perform, or else it will be real mayhem for them. It will be really. I think if Dinesh Karthik doesn't perform and all the other middle order doesn't perform, it doesn't look good for them.
Well, absolutely. I totally agree to it. And the last performance, which I actually want to read out for you and everybody, Andre Russell, 83 runs in 7 innings, not in one innings. This has come in 7 innings, and his average is 11.85. Well, what kind of a strike rate? Even if it's 140.67, you have just contributed 80 runs, 83 runs for the side. So I think the problem was not with Dinesh Karthik's captaincy. It was about the contribution everybody was making to the side. And that's how you become a good captain. If you see Rohit Sharma, what has Rohit Sharma done? Rohit the order, and then somebody like Quinton de Kock performed. He knew that this is what is expected out of him. Chris Lynn, everybody in the media sector was saying that Quinton de Kock is not performing, not performing. You should probably include somebody like Chris Lynn in the side. But he was firm. He was firm that he needs to play Quinton de Kock top of the order. And now you see Yuvraj, he is five. He is he's first five in the list, and for some reasons, Yuvraj has lost the network. So I am with you guys. So I am not pretty much satisfied with Andre Russell's performance. To be very honest, 83 runs in 7 innings. I don't know what kind of performance is actually coming out, but there are a lot of things to actually look at if you are a Kolkata fan. And now let's move to the scorecard one, see as exactly how and what happened today. So Kolkata's captain Owen Morgan won the toss and he elected to bat first. 148 for the loss of 5 wickets is what Kolkata managed in their 20 overs. Rahul Tripathi and Shubman Gill started off the innings for them. Rahul Tripathi showed his class at the start of it, but unfortunately couldn't continue because of the blinder catch taken by Surya Kumar Yadav. 7 of 9 deliveries, inclusion of one boundary, of course. Shubman Gill again got a start but is not able to impress everybody. 21 of 23 deliveries, just 2 boundaries, more balls and less runs. So that's not a good sign for a opener. Nitish Rana once again failing 5 of 6 deliveries. Not happy with his performance as well. Dinesh Karthik 4 of 8 deliveries, striking at a strike rate of 50. So that's not good for a batsman who is coming at number 4, consuming so many deliveries and not doing anything. Nitish Rana and Dinesh Karthik total contributed 9 runs and consumed 14 deliveries. That is 2.2 overs, and that is a lot. Then Owen Morgan and Andre Russell tried to stitch a partnership, but Andre Russell did not stick on the wicket for long. 12 of 9 deliveries for him. Owen Morgan stayed till the end but consumed a lot many deliveries. 39 of 29 deliveries for him. 2 boundaries and 2 massive sixes. Pat Cummins scored his maiden Indian T20 League half century, 53 of 36. A lot believe that he has taken Kolkata to a respectable total. Many of the journalists, many of the fans wanted Kolkata to win so that the points table would have looked a little open, but that's not the case because now I will move to Mumbai side, 149, and they managed to chase down this total with 3.1 overs to spare. Now, 3.1 overs is a lot. 19 balls is a lot. 19 balls are enough to even score 100 if you actually smash a 6 on every delivery or a boundary on every delivery. Then 19 balls are enough. So that means 149 and 16.5 is a great effort. Rohit Sharma scored 35 of 36 deliveries, 5 boundaries and 1 6. Quinton de Kock again showed his class, showed the temperament, showed that he belongs to this level. 78 of 44 deliveries, 9 boundaries and 3 sixes. Surya Kumar Yadav got out a little early, 10 of 10, but he has been impressive in this tournament thus far. So nothing to worry if you are a Mumbai fan. Hardik Pandya, 21 of 11 deliveries. Today he was sent ahead of Ishan Kishan. I think it was more to do with the combination, more to do with Hardik Pandya actually believing him himself and probably letting him play a little more deliveries because he comes at 5, he comes at 6, playing as a proper batsman. So he needs to be there. So that's Hardik Pandya playing at number 4. And if you look at Kolkata's bowling card, well, Chris Green started off the proceedings for them. Owen Morgan, a new captain. We expected something different, and it actually happened because Chris Green was the one who actually opened the bowling for them. 2.5 overs for him, 24 runs, couldn't pick a wicket. He was playing his first game in Indian T20 League 2020 season, but couldn't pick a wicket on the debut. Then, of course, Pat Cummins bowled 3 overs, 28 runs. Prasidh Krishna, 2 overs, 30 runs. So you had to perform a little better for the side. Shivam Mavi and Varun Chakravarti were good. Shivam Mavi, 4 overs, 23 for 1. And of course, Shivam Mavi, 3 overs, 24 for 1. So all in all, good performance by Mumbai and a lot to look at if you are a Kolkata fan. Uh, Let's move on to the next segment, of course. Best tweets of the game. The first one is coming from Deepu Narayan. He says, Shivam Mavi, who has taken most wickets with the new ball. Victims include Quinton de Kock, Faf du Plessis, Sanju Samson, and Josh Butler. For Kolkata this season, hasn't been able to bowl in first 8 overs, and instead Prasidh Krishna has been given the new ball. Surprising tactics. Well, firstly, Deepu, that has been a wonderful observation. Let me tell you that you have been absolutely sensational with that to start things with. Well, yes, Shivam Mavi could have been handed over the new ball, but I think the tactics were a little different for Owen Morgan today because he believed in Chris Green to start off the innings, and then from the other hand, he wanted Pat Cummins to continue and a duo overseas to continue for them. Unfortunately, things did not fall in place for them today. But I think this observation is really very good and can be taken into consideration in the matches to come. The second one is coming from Anshuman Shukla. He says Mumbai can lose this IPL only through a very hard luck on the day of finals. That means if you are an Anshuman fan, then of course he believes that Mumbai is making to the finals. This team consists of 11 match winners, the best batting lineup along with arguably best bowling lineup. Well, Anshuman couldn't agree more to it because they have been absolutely sensational. And if you are winning 5 games on the trot, that definitely means that you have something very, very special in the side. If you see in every game, there is a new man of the match winner. There is a new player who actually comes out and performs well. So that actually shows that the side has 11 match winners and they have been so consistent, and now they also occupy the topmost position on the points table. So a lot to look at if you are a Kolkata fan. Unhappy with their performances, absolutely. Rahul Tripathi, if you will shuffle so much with his batting, he will not know what he has to do in the side. Nitish Rana, I think the team has believed in you so much and you haven't been able to deliver. Dinesh Karthik, I think team needs to find a place for him in the side if they want to play him in the side as a proper batsman and a wicket keeper. Where he needs to bat, he needs to know that. You cannot just ask Dinesh Karthik to go and play at number 4. You need to tell Dinesh Karthik that Dinesh Karthik, you will be batting at number 4, and that's what we expect from you. Owen Morgan, 39 of 29. Well, team is expecting a little more from you, and now since you are the captain, probably you can play at number 4. That can be your spot. That can be your area where you can actually anchor the innings. Somebody from top 3 will be with you, and once they depart, you can actually anchor the innings and play with the top, with the next 4 or 5 players. So I think that's very important. Andre Russell, team is believing in you. You need to fire. You need to be out there and express yourself the way you have done in 2019. You have been able to create some aura that you go out there, you hit those massive sixes, and that's exactly what is expected out of Andre Russell. And at the same time, Pat Cummins, 53 of 36 deliveries. So good performance, but I think this needs to be a little more consistent performance coming from your end. And then they also had Chris Green in their side if the duties were needed from the bat. But all in all, a good performance by Mumbai, winning the game with 8 wickets in hand. I think it will definitely have a good impact on their points table as well. It will be interesting to see if they are actually being able to do that and probably probably make it to the playoffs as well, because now they have to win just 2 games, and it will be interesting to see if they can make some changes in their playing 11, probably give a chance to the ones who are sitting on the bench, or they will continue with this playing 11. So it will be interesting to see. Tomorrow there are 2 games. The first one is, of course, Rajasthan up against Bangalore, and the second one is Delhi up against Chennai. It will be very interesting to see as what happens there. We will not be doing a match day live for that, but we will definitely be coming in the mid-wicket live with you to actually see as how things move there. Tomorrow at 2:30, me along with Yuvraj and of course Atul Paji will be there to actually preview both the games. So don't go anywhere and keep watching Sports Tiger. I hope you enjoyed our coverage today, and we will be giving more insights as the game progresses. Match number 32, Mumbai won the game by 8 wickets, and it will be interesting to see as what happens tomorrow, because it's a doubleheader, the third doubleheader. So it will be very, very interesting to see. Till then, it's a good night and goodbye from all of us here at Sports Tiger.